Do you remember this movie, 2016, The Jungle Book? Some of you might even remember this one. This is the original classic, appeared in 1967. But both of these are based on a book actually written by this man, Sir Rudyard Kipling, and born in Mumbai actually. He has written some amazing stories and poems. And one poem that I want to show you today is this one, titled Six Honest Serving Men. He says, I keep six honest serving men. They taught me all I knew. And who are they? Their names are what and why and when and how and where and who. Six honest servants. Everything I know, I learned by asking these questions. That is exactly what we are going to do today to understand more about Zoho Schools of Learning. We're going to ask these six honest servants to give us information. My name is Rajendran and I work with the Zoho Schools of Learning. So let's get started. The first question is, what is this Zoho Schools of Learning? It's a 2-year program. We have a School of Technology, a School of Design, a School of Business, and a School for Advanced Study. At the School of Technology, we teach you front-end skills, back-end skills, software development, software architecture, design, mobile development, software testing, and so on. These are taught in the School of Technology. In the School of Design, animation, graphics, photography, icon design, user interface design, promotional banner design, and so on. Everything that makes you a UI or UX designer in a company, you get to learn here. At the School of Business, we call them the 3 pillars of the business school: sales, marketing, and customer relationships and customer support. We teach you these skills. I didn't tell you about the School for Advanced Study for a reason. Ask me later. What you see here is a typical scene in the high-tech classroom at the Zoho Schools of Learning. What you don't see here is the benefit you get. You get a laptop, you get an internet connection, you get a stipend, you get to work with employees, you get to meet the CEO, you get a pick up and drop service from where you live in the neighborhood, you get thrice a day food. All these go on as perks to what you see already here. This is the 2-year program. The first year happens in the classroom that you just saw. The second year, you get placed, embedded in one of the 100 plus software teams at Zoho Corp, and you get to meet with the employees there, work with the teammates there, manage tasks, participate in meetings, launch products, experiment with stuff, everything that an employee in the company gets to do. That happens during the second year of your 2-year program. At the end of 2 years, you get graduated. This is not affiliated to any university, but we give you a certificate which gives you congratulations for having completed the 2-year program and bids you good luck too, because it is a journey of lifelong learning that we are setting you off on. The next question that we come to is who? Who is running this? That would be Dr. Sridhar Vembu. He is the CEO of Zoho Corporation. He's a Padma Shri awardee. After finishing BTech at IIT Madras, he went on to do his PhD at Princeton, founded Zoho Corporation, came back to India, and he now works out of a little village near Tenkasi. His vision, though, is pretty grand. He is thumbing the nose at all the people who say if you want to do high tech, you need to be in Silicon Valley. He is creating a new little Silicon Valley in Tenkasi. And one of the core beliefs that he has is talent is universal. You just need to attract and work on that talent, polish it, and bring out the potential. And that is possible. And that is how Zoho Schools of Learning was born. The second who is you. We come to you, your school. This is a typical photograph from a rural school where we conducted our test. If you are in the age group of 17 to 20, if you have just finished class 12, or if you are in class 12 right now, you should be attending our entrance test and following it up with an interview with us. We also look at diploma students, 10 plus 3 diploma students, irrespective of what your background is. In the school level, you could be a biology student, a math student, a computer science student, or a commerce student. And in diploma, it could be an electrical, electronics, computer science, civil, mechanical, irrespective of that background. If you have it in you to apply to any of those schools that I talked about, we want to meet you. The third who are the faculty members. These people work with you for the 2-year duration, the first year in the classroom and the second year mentoring you one-on-one, helping you on to launch into that career we talked about. What sets them apart? These people are not academicians per se. They are not proud that they have a PhD degree. On the other hand, they are proud and they feel so potent because they have worked in the industry. Some of them continue to work at Zoho Corporation, one leg in active development, design and marketing, and the other leg in Zoho Schools of Learning. That is how the students get to imbibe active, real-life experiences from these teachers. And finally, the fourth who. They are the managers. At the end of the first year, they will come looking for you from the 100 plus teams in the company. They want to attract the right talent that will fit their requirements in their team. You get to show what you have been doing for the past 1 year, impress them, give them a good first impression, and get inducted into their team as an intern and continue there for the second year. All right, here is another question. Where is all this happening? This is the map of India, and these dots show you the locations of Zoho Corp's offices in India. We do have offices outside India too, but primarily India is the hotbed of Zoho's active software development efforts, and you will see that there are as many as 35 little dots in Tamil Nadu alone. Let me zoom in. And these dots indicate where our rural offices are. But in Chennai and Tenkasi, we also have the Zoho Schools of Learning campuses. So you get into Zoho Schools either in Chennai or in Tenkasi, and after you finish the first year, you get placed in any one of these locations around the state or the country. Hey, do I have any say at all in where I get placed? Yes, let me explain. There is this domain. Do I become an AI developer? Do I become a mobile engineer? Yes, that's the domain. There is the team. Do I work in Zoho CRM? Do I work in Manage Engine? These are all great divisions in the spectrum of software that we have here at Zoho Corp. And the third decision is which location. So you get to choose one of these. You can say, I want to work in this location, irrespective of domain or team. Or you can say, I want to work with this team, irrespective of domain or location. Or you can say, I want to work in this domain. I don't care where. I don't care which team. You get to choose. The second where is the exams that we conduct. If you are a school, if you are a group of schools, anywhere in Tamil Nadu or outside, if you are interested in inviting us over to conduct an exam at your campus at a date that is mutually convenient, let us know. We would like to come over, talk to your students, class 12 students, probably talk to your teachers too, and conduct our entrance test followed by the interview. Typically, it will take all day. The first test, followed by the second test, followed by a battery of interviews where we get to look at whether you have the right attitude, that fire in the belly, that interest to really achieve great things in life. We also conduct exams once in a while in our campus. This is an exam that we conducted 2 months ago in the multi-level car park. 3,000 students attended that exam. About 15 of them got offer letters same day. While these exams are happening, we also conduct counseling sessions. Senior faculty members and senior members of the management fraternity in the company come and talk to all the parents who are waiting while the students are writing the tests and give them answers to all the frequently asked questions that the parents have. The final where is this question about, hey, you say software company, you say IT, do I get to fly to the US, to Australia, to the United Kingdom? Well, I need to give you two answers to this. The first answer is this conversation I had with one colleague of mine by name Suresh Bhagavati. I asked him, hey, how many countries have you visited till now? I am preparing a video. I want to mention this tidbit. And he obliged. He proudly said around 30 countries. He is one of the students from Zoho Schools from way back 2008, 2009. And he is a senior marketer who is now becoming a product manager in the company. And he even added, I have exhausted 136 page and the next 60 pages are half filled in the passport. So this person has flown around. He has been specifically requested by customers who were thrilled by the way he approached any problem, who helped users get educated, systems get implemented. So yes, the answer is if you are a Zoho Schools graduate, if you are an employee in the company, you get to go to countries, you get to visit places around the world to do work for Zoho. On the other hand, we are not a typical software company that does projects for clients around the world. And that would mean there is no concept of an on-site 6 months assignment or a multi-year assignment somewhere in some location abroad. So if you are looking for studying abroad, if you are looking for long-term assignments abroad, earning in dollars, coming back to India many years later, Zoho is not the company for you. Zoho Schools is not the right platform for you. If you're interested in launching into a high-tech career in one of the most celebrated companies in the field, a company that is proudly proclaiming that it is made in India and made for the world, this is the right place. The next question is when. So take your notepads out and please write these dates down. In the year 2023, the current year, the most important month for you would be the month of April. 15th of April is when we intend to conduct our last entrance test. We have been conducting them in schools around the state and in our own office campus since September. This would be the last test though. So on 15th of April, in our Chennai campus and in our Tenkasi campus, there would be exams. Please look at our social media pages or visit our website for more details. The second and probably even more important date for some of you would be 22nd of May. that would be when we will commence the academic year. So hundreds of students, after having been given offer letters, we hope they would have finished their school or diploma education and they'll be ready to dive in on their journey, the first year of the 2-year program at Zoho Schools. In the year 2024, a year from now, again in the month of April, we will be placing you, the hundreds of students that we have been training for the past 1 year, we will be placing you across the teams. There are hundreds of teams who will be looking for people and we will place them. We will look for fitment, we will look for the student's interest, we will look at the manager's requirement, and we will be doing the placement. That would again happen in the month of April in 24. And what happens in 25? That would be 2 years from the day you enter Zoho Schools. Again, in the month of April, that is when you get confirmed based on your performance in the past 2 years as a full-blown employee of Zoho Corporation. What would be your salary package then? It would be treated as equivalent to a 4-year degree program in any other academic institution outside. So, your colleagues who go to a conventional college, when they finish 4 years of paying fees, doing assignments, doing exams, 4 years, and when they finish that 4-year degree program and then come knocking, write the Zoho Corp entrance test and probably, hopefully get selected, when they are given their offers, the fresher offer, their offer will be equivalent to the offer you get 2 years into the Zoho Schools program. Isn't that cool? Talking about cool, here is a cool slide that I really love a lot. How is the Zoho Schools of Learning different from any other conventional academic program? 4 zeros. We don't collect fees. Why? Sridhar Vembu, our CEO, thinks monetary decisions, economic position shouldn't stand in the way of a student thirsting for knowledge, looking for a great career. So we stopped collecting fees from way back in 2004. We don't mark attendance. We do not expect a student to sit in class if the student thinks that they already know what's being taught. If the student thinks whatever is being taught today by this professor, I can anyway pick it up from a YouTube channel or probably chatting with ChatGPT. Only when the teacher is offering their unique mix of experience, exposure, and probably mistakes and learnings, that is something that you can get nowhere else. Students get attracted and they attend classes, even though we do not mark attendance. The only thing that is expected of you is that you are within campus, doing your own stuff, or attending classes. No compulsions. The third zero, we do not conduct examinations because we know, just like you yourself know, that exams force us to study just a couple of days before they come and hit us on the face. We cool off until the exams are around the corner. We cram, we scram. And then after the exams, we tend to forget everything that we learned, probably by rote. That is not how evaluation happens at Zoho Schools. Instead, we believe in a low-pressure, continuous evaluation approach where we look at not how you compete, but how you collaborate and how you cooperate with other students and thus further your learning. The last zero is we do not believe in bonds. There are some academic institutions and some training institutions and some corporate companies that give you training, probably high-class training, and then chain you to their company and say, having been trained by us, you need to work this many years or pay a fine. We believe in employment with will. You need to be invested in it from your heart. The emotion has to be right. So if you're not by heart in the game, we don't want you sitting around at office. So, just as we do not expect our employees to sit out a bond before they leave the company, we do not expect students at Zoho Schools either to be attached by a meaningless bond with the organization. On the other hand, these four zeros, they come together to form this interesting combo. And 10,000 rupees is the monthly stipend that every student gets from the day they enter the organization. So, all through the first year of the 2-year program, they are paid 10,000 rupees as stipend, which they can use for accommodation and lodging. We anyway take care of food and other primary needs like transport and travel. In the second year, this 10,000 rupees starts to rise based on your performance and starts climbing pretty fast. We talked about the students being placed in teams, and that is another differentiator when you talk about the how question. A typical interview you might recall from watching movies or listening to seniors is a table, a set of people sitting on this side, one person, that victim, sitting on the other side and facing a barrage of questions from the interview panel. 1 hour of grilling later, there is a shake hand and the person either gets selected or is given a better luck next time answer. That is not how interviews happen here at Zoho Schools. At the end of the first year, when the students get placed in teams based on their interest and based on their skill set, they are given a 3-week program. So in April 2024, you will be given a 3-week duration. The manager gets to understand who you are. How do you react to situations? What is your way of work? Are you gregarious? Are you friendly? Are you withdrawn? Are you silent? How do you react to pressure? All these they get to observe by spending 3 full weeks with you. And at the same time, the student who has just entered Zoho Corporation gets to observe, gets to watch, gets to understand what kind of team this is. What is the chemistry? What is the culture? Will this fit me? Is this where I want to launch my career? So it is a 2-way evaluation for 3 full weeks that happens at the end of the first year. And finally, you might have seen the Zoho Schools logo itself with these 3 words. How does it really get cooked? 3 keywords. It's always contextual. Anything that we teach to a student at Zoho Schools, we always give them a context. This is why this is important. This is what you will get to do, and hence please learn this. The context. It will always be relevant. Too much of what's taught in colleges today is cursed, is probably doomed to be forgotten, to be lost, to be rendered obsolete by the time the student graduates out of the program. Too often. So we choose only the timeless knowledge, that timeless wisdom that the student needs to know, the fundamentals that don't change every couple of years. And we also teach them the art of learning, the art of picking things up as they go. They learn how to learn at Zoho Schools. Everything that we teach at Zoho Schools is relevant for what is needed in a high-tech software engineering career or a designer's career or a marketer's career. Everything else is removed from the curriculum, is left as optional. The student can pursue those out of their own interest. And finally, it is experiential. We immerse the student. Where is Zoho Schools of Learning? It is inside the campus. It is in a floor in one of the buildings of the Zoho campus in Chennai and Tenkasi. So you get to have lunch with employees. You get to walk the same corridor that the CEO might be walking in, and you get to listen to what they are saying. You attend open houses and town hall meetings where employees share all their thoughts and ideas and roadmaps and brainstorm. That is experiential. You are embedded right within an amazing high-tech software company. So contextual, relevant, and experiential. Finally, many people say you should have started with this question: why? Why are we even doing Zoho Schools of Learning? We ran a poll many years ago, and we have rerun it a couple of times, and it has always yielded the same disappointing answer. The question was, how relevant is what you learned at college to what you are doing now at Zoho Corp? These were the answers. Some of them said it was really useful, but the others, not really. They said they wasted time, they wasted money. I wasn't in the right frame of mind to understand what I was preparing myself for. So we thought, can we be the change that we are desperately looking for in this world? Can we try a small experiment? So we went to a nearby school in Velachery, Chennai. We conducted a little test of aptitude, absorbed 6 students, looked for faculty within the company, practitioners of the skill, professionals, not professors, within the company who were interested in imparting knowledge to the next generation, got them together in a room, and Zoho Schools was born. Also, we keep thinking that students these days have too many choices. It used to be engineering, medical, probably a CA. But today, students are probably bombarded with more options than they can really handle. And what does the student do? The student forces himself or herself to bracket themselves into a narrow domain and think that is the world of knowledge that they have to be in. They end up choosing and missing out on so much more out there, which is why I told you about the Zoho School for Advanced Study. We have a program where we allow students to take on multiple domains, a multidisciplinary approach. You can become a designer while also learning a little programming, while also learning the art of persuasion by understanding what is public speaking. You can be a developer while understanding what is the right color to use for a particular icon. So we teach them at the Zoho School for Advanced Study, which is a special program that you get chosen into. You can't apply for it. We have to choose you based on how well you're performing in the first couple of weeks of the program. And there you get to do an honors program, a multidisciplinary approach to creating a well-rounded software professional. And finally, this is Sridhar Vembu, our CEO's favorite quote. When you want to learn how to ride a bicycle, you do not look up a wikihow.com page and see page 1, step 1, which tells you to get a good cycle and sit on it and feet 1 foot on 1 pedal, look straight ahead, apply force, and so on. You just get on a bike. Start falling down, bruising your knee, make mistakes, and then slowly you learn. It has to be hands-on, which is why he looks at it as a crime that software programming, the art of computer programming, is still taught in too many institutions around the country. With a pen and a paper and a whiteboard, you're asked to fill out answers in blank boxes in paper. That is not how software engineering has to be taught, which is the difference we are trying to make at Zoho Schools of Learning. I've been talking to you about Zoho Schools for the past half an hour, but there is so much more to say. I have run out of time. I have given you just a hint, a tip of that iceberg, as they say. So, if you want to learn more about what we do, why we do, where we are, who we are, and so on, I invite you to visit this website. There are a lot of videos out there. There are a lot of interviews. You can talk to alumni. You can understand their life journeys. You can also join our chat group in WhatsApp. This is an announcement group. You can join and you can ask us questions. We will give you answers. And this is a QR code to join the chat group. Thanks a lot for your time. I hope I have kindled enough interest that you will dig up more information, and hopefully, probably, we will meet again at Zoho Schools. Thank you.